Okay, hey you guys. So, I'm gonna be reviewing episode 7. Oh my god, so much has happened. Okay, I just got in like not even 2 hours ago from trick-or-treating. If you guys think a fat bitch like me went out with a bucket like this, you're mistaken. Bitch, this was my trick-or-treating bag.
I got 2 girlfriends and they best friends.
Anyway, let's get into the review because I have a lot of notes. Okay, let's get into it. So, Lily Rabe, I hope I'm saying her name right. Lily was in this episode, which I love her. You know, she's been the queen of American Horror Story forever, so that is like, it was so fitting for her. And, the fact that Brooke and Donna teamed up with each other, I'm kind of loving it. Like, I was like, they make a dynamic duo. And in this last episode, I loved them so much, even though Donna put Brooke through so much bullshit that pretty much led into where she's at now. With this one episode, it made me like those two together. And I was like, how odd, because really, I was hoping Donna would get, that bitch would get what she deserved. But honestly, I'm pretty sad that she might die in the next episode. Let's see what I got. I have this neighbor who gave me apples, and I don't know if I should eat them. So, okay, let me see what else I got. I got these candies. How cute. We'll start with those. Okay. And if you're wondering how was I able to go trick-or-treating being a fucking grown-ass 25-year-old man, I just lied and said I had a kid at home that was sick and I was trick-or-treating for him. I don't have any kid. I just look like I gave birth to triplets. Anyway, okay. When Brooke said, 1 day in the sun doesn't erase 5 years of darkness, why was that so unintentionally deep? I was like, wow, like, I want to find a time in life where I can use that on somebody, because honestly, she was so right. Because like they say, like, okay, you show me a good time today, it doesn't erase all the trauma that I've just went through at the hands of some shit that you started, Donna. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. And I like the fact that Brooke has more of like a dark confidence, because it's what she needed, you know? Because even though she's like the final girl trope, I was kind of like, okay. And the lady in white, was I the only one who wasn't really shocked that it ended up being Lily's character? Because it was kind of like, okay, it seems kind of fitting. And I also wasn't shocked that the fat kid who lost his brother ended up being Mr. Jingles, for the simple fact, it was kind of stereotypical. But it's one of those stereotypical things where you know it's coming, but you don't mind it because it was just good, you know? You know? And you just want to see how it played out. I really don't know if I should be eating these apples, because like honestly, who hands out apples anymore for trick-or-treating? But the obesity rate in America is pretty high. Coming from an obese bitch. Anyway, the fact that their car stopped working just in time for the hitchhiker to come out of that skating ring, I was like, is it just me, or do I feel like the hitchhiker kind of booby-trapped their car and he made it seem like he was gonna come out there and be their hero, but really he's the one who, you know, fucked up the car? And then they ended up giving him a ride. I was kind of like, okay. But I did think it was cute when Donna was like, you know what? He was like, I thought you said you don't give strangers a ride. And she was like, anybody that's been under my hood is no longer a stranger. I said, girl, I know that's right. Because the motherfuckers that have been underneath my hood, honey, I need an oil change. Comment below if you want to change my oil. Just kidding. Anyway, gross. Anyway, was it just me, or was when the hitchhiker shot that cop and the cop was crawling back and the hitchhiker was still pointing at the girls in the car, that was the cop's chance to like shoot him in the back, but he didn't. And I was like, that's really annoying. Like, you could have saved yourself. Oh my god, they gave me candy corn. That's fucking gross. Milky Way. Okay. Okay, what part are we on now? This apple is sour as fuck. What if they put like cyanide in it and then I die in the middle of this review, like, you know? That's really not funny, because that's making me a little paranoid from eating this. But anyway, I'm slowly, now tell me you guys if I'm the one who thinks this, but I'm slowly beginning to feel like this season, like, it's a good season. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would I rate this season? This season is a harsh 7.5, you know, out of 10. With that being said, though, I feel like this season was kind of like just a love letter to us fans for like sticking with the series for the last 9 years, you know, for the good and bad seasons. Because if you think about it, this season doesn't hold any specific, like, okay, it holds a timestamp in like the chronological order of everything, but it really doesn't add nothing to the overall arc of American Horror Story. Like, it doesn't explain why, oh, this transpired in season 3 and that connected to 5 and, you know, 1 happened because of this. It doesn't really, you know, it has like superficial Easter eggs, like, oh, you know, Margaret, she brought Briarcliff, and it's like, okay, from what we know from the seasons, like, Briarcliff have had many owners, so it's really not like, okay, we met one of the owners and she was a crazy bitch. You know, what does that do for the overall arc of all upcoming, you know, all 10 seasons that, you know, are that we've seen? Oh, that shit is sour. I think season 10, if they do it correctly, season 10 should be the connect the dot season. Like, not the theme, but, you know, it should be the season where everything makes sense. Like, okay, this transpired because of X, Y, and Z, you know? If this is a poison apple, this is really good. Also, for Halloween, I was Hester Prynne from The Scarlet Letter because, you know, I'm one of those bitches that I'll defend a slut till the day I die. And with that being said, I always pictured myself as like a 21st century whore, so it makes sense. But yeah, let me get back to my notes. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I was glad to see Lily back. I hope we see Sarah Paulson before the season's over. And thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you guys think of this episode down below. What was your standout moment of this episode? And if you guys want to do a little bit of charity, go watch my Halloween party vlog. You know, it's 8 minutes. Watch, even if you watch 2 seconds, I'll be happy. But thank you guys for watching. You guys have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time.
Why you dropped another album in a week? I'm a wolf, but I be trusting.